Come on, hurry up. Okay, seems to be working. So, yeah, you, and you. So, yeah. Hello and welcome to Joyless Gaming and my seemingly obligatory Superhero Sunday stream. But it'll be short this week. It's barely even still Sunday. Currently it's like 20 to... yeah, almost 20 to 12. Midnight, that is. And, you know, I'm probably not going to bother with much. I'll probably just muck around. There was some... is the turtle thing still active? I might just level my turtles a bit. Treason. Diamond box. 3 platinum boxes. Seems like the thing I would normally send my...
Brainiac.
After I've done Brainiac boss fights, it'll be Catwoman boss fights. Don't know how to program her AI though. I really am not very good at using her. Wouldn't want to try and take on bosses with my Catwoman. Oh boy. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I have had a sharp drop off in enthusiasm for this game. Not that I had much, but I barely even log in.
What is the green?
A power you will never control.
All power can be controlled.
Begin.
Yeah, but maybe it just can't be controlled by you, doofus. Yeah, with the announcement of the Legendary Edition, one of the few things I was sort of pushing towards with some characters was trying to get Legendaries. I'm closest to getting Captain Cold, but it's still 80 or 90 guild events and 90 something sidekick events. The sidekick events I can just do as bosses in a sidekick multiverse. Ooh, it actually blocked. And then it keeps jumping. Why do you keep jumping? Why has everything got to be a jump? Is it like sort of canned, pre-recorded combos and everybody was trying to start with jump-ins? I was like, it does more damage. Yeah, but it's not the kind of thing you should be just relying on to start a combo. Although it is... anti-airs are pretty difficult in this game. Most characters don't have good ways of doing it. But there's also the fact that because you have to block based on direction, cross-ups are... well, I mean, they're an obnoxious but effective strategy. Yes, anyway, so as I was saying, going for legendaries and, you know, is about the only thing that sort of gets me logging in.
I shall endure.
But, yes, now I'm worried about this Legendary Edition, what it's going to be meaning in terms of, well, the legendaries themselves. Is it going to up their level from 20 to 30? Will they be automatically leveled up for people who've already unlocked them, seeing as how they've got a fixed bunch of stats? Which more than anything is what I like about the legendaries, is the fact that they are not random. They have fixed stats and they have fixed augments. Which is why I like sets too, because set bonuses are determined by the set. But then you have to compare individual pieces to find the best one. Oh, I never noticed you can see those things. Spines. Ew. Ew. Anyway, the funny thing is, the Legendary Multiverses, the other thing they added for them, was an interesting and generous thing in some regard, that the final tower is a repeatable tower to unlock abilities for that character. But the fact is, if you open enough boxes, and you keep doing the multiverses that unlock abilities, which is usually these ones here. You get these ones that do gear, they do shaders, and they do abilities. And actually, sometimes they just do boxes and credits as well. But, yeah, they're just... I've got most of the abilities unlocked already, and I've not finished any Legendary Multiverse. Alright, Tymant. It's Tymant time. We got Leo, we got Donnie, we got Mikey and Raph. They've all got the same gear except for the slot 5. Yeah, I'll just stick with Leo.
Leonardo.
I know vaguely how to play him. I think, you know, my limited analysis and capabilities and understanding has led me to the conclusion that of the 4 turtles, Donatello is the worst. Just, like, not in terms of, like, fan bases or things like that, just the worst in this game.
Master Splinter said to fight you.
No way you're fast enough, kid.
The worst of the 4
Let's see what we've got.
in this game. Not the worst character in this game, because that is still definitely Captain Cold. I don't quite know what I'm doing. Alright.
Leonardo wins.
Something like that.
That'll hit the spot.
And I'm not desperate to level up my turtles either at the moment, because end of the month, I'll be getting a patch that will raise the level cap, so what's the point of trying too hard right now? Ugh. And I think for all the people that have had it since it came out on consoles, and it's like, oh yeah, prepare to have all of that.
Begin.
Oops, I didn't go to the thing. Prepare to have all of that hard work basically rendered moot. have all of your hard work rendered undone, basically, by this new patch. So, I mean, it's been out since late May or mid-May last year on consoles, and now there's a patch that's going to make it so that the level cap is higher. And if that does have an effect on gear, then, you know, then all the gear that you've got, you know, you spent time collecting this gear at level 20. Well, now be prepared to pay us for some source crystals to level it up to 30, because otherwise you'll just have to farm for more gear. And if you can't come up with compelling reasons to keep people playing your game other than a pointless loot grind, then, I mean, this is a fighting game. It's not an ARPG.
Not another step, dude.
Take your shot.
Dude.
Make it count.
My shell and my steel are unbreakable.
Begin.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, people like that, oh, you can create your own costume things, but I mean, how many pieces actually go together? And, you know, if you're a competitor, yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
Leonardo
The fact
wins.
that
Now that'll hit the spot.
for ranked stuff and competitive things, you know, it's just going to be visual stuff rather than stats or extra abilities or modifications to your existing moves. I mean, the fact that they don't use it to let you craft your own variation, because competitively you're not allowed to use all
You've
that
got
stuff.
nothing on a ninja turtle.
I am the Green's chosen warrior.
Let me show you what Sensei's taught us.
Begin.
I mean, maybe if... That move's really unsafe for Leo. Yeah, I mean, if they got rid of, like,
Leonardo wins.
not get rid of maybe, but it's like, there's a lot of things I don't really want them to put in MK11, but then again, I'm probably not even going to play MK11, because this has really irritated me, and they're probably going to do the same thing of either fucking up the PC port or making it 6 months late. But you know, this stats thing makes it harder to balance the game.
I hear the monks can teach me a lot.
The Shaolin would value your fellowship.
And then they don't
I'm honored by the chance, Raiden.
they
Begin.
don't really bother. If they didn't have the stats, but they actually then balanced the extra equipable abilities. Yay. If they balanced the equipable abilities
Leonardo
and
wins.
had some of
That'll
the
hit the spot.
modifications to moves from set bonuses or from the equipable abilities, and then allowed those to be, you know, like they paid attention to them, balanced them, and then allowed them to be used in tournaments. I think that would be neat. The ability to sort of create your own variation, like. Part of the problem with MKX's variation system is that while they did put some thought into the variations, they didn't put the greatest amount of thought into all of them, and they didn't really pay attention to their failings.
Master Splinter said to fight you.
It is the will of Naboo.
And so often you ended up with a
Ready
case
for
of
a lesson in turtle power?
a character that really only had, you know, one viable variation. Ow. Oops. What the hell? I hit first. But yeah, if you can create your own variation based on, because think of the two-piece set that Captain Cold has. Ow. What the hell is going on? Anyway,
Turtles never quit.
Cold has got a two-piece set that makes makes frozen enemies take damage over time, and that's actually really cool. No pun intended. Because the damage over time is actually fairly significant, and it's not scaled. I mean, it is scaled, but it's not scaled as part of the combo. And if you freeze them late into a combo, the damage over time won't be much. But if you freeze them early in a combo, it's not going to affect the scaling of the combo. But, you know, having that ability,
My turn.
as well as, well, I mean,
Shell shock.
Cold's actual equipable abilities suck. You know, they already have them somewhat balanced by the fact that some of them take 2 slots.
Now that'll hit the
Some of
spot.
them replace existing moves with a new move. You know. So if they could allow that stuff, but not have the attributes, you know, none of this strength and ability and stuff like that, if it went back to just keeping it, everybody does the same thing, like in terms of base health and what have you. It allows you to modify how your character plays.
Send us back to our universe, Brainiac.
An unlikely outcome
That's what I
of
would
this
prefer
encounter.
to this
So
system
much
that's
for
in
your
place here.
12th level intellect.
Begin.
Damn. Buddy, come on. Not what I did, but whatever. I'm pretty sure he didn't get any training. Ow. Why am I not getting cancel after that? Ah. Ow. I don't think my feelings on like how they could balance or allow you to craft your own variation is so out of place for Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's not like... Come on! Ah! If you'd done that the first time... Useless turtle. I mean, obviously there's certain things that couldn't be transferred between, I must have won 50 fights. Because you get an icon for each character at, for each turtle at 50 fights won, and then 100 fights won. But, what was I saying? Yeah, oh, I'm to level 12. The, I mean, one of the things that doesn't work between the two games is like Superman's character power, armor breaking. Then again, they basically put that on Unstoppable Jason, didn't they?
Fighting you.
Fair warning, this'll hurt.
Thanks
I
for
suppose
the
that
heads
works.
up.
But then again, I mean, that's another thing. Is that armor? I mean, it's neat that Superman gets the armor breaking. But armor is not as significant in this game. Whereas, you know, armor is pretty significant, at least in MKX. Oh, did I not have meter to meter burn that? Why didn't I get hit by the thing then? I see these weird things in this game sometimes. Like I see... And it's not just the computer doing it, it's me doing it sometimes as well. Like a forward dash. Avoiding a projectile. Or a throw counter on a down one.
I'm ending this fight.
I've got some turtle power.
Down
left.
one that's faster than the startup of a throw, and yet they do a throw counter. Ugh. Yeah, something like that.
Leonardo wins.
Now that'll hit the spot.
Bunch of barely coherent rambling. Not very good at talking and playing at the same time. Ten fights. I don't know. How long did that tower take? 20 minutes or so. Yikes. Don't really know if I wanted to stream for very long. Just kind of wanted to put up a Superhero Sunday because I've done that nearly every week for the last couple of months. I think. Nobody watches, but it's okay. So, okay, it's the level 20 weapons that get unlocked, so that's alright. And this is the last one to do that, so... yeah, stuff it. Now, the question becomes, do I stick with Leo, or do I try somebody else that I don't know how to play as well? Like, I know Raphael's got, like, He's probably got some of the best normals out of the lot of them. In terms of frame data, at least. How long is this going to be active for? Another boss one. 110 hours. Okay. Well, that should be fine then. I'll do that at a different time then. Yeah, I didn't really want to stream for very long, so I'll cut it very short. Maybe throw my Brainiac at this boss. Come on,
Brainiac.
AI. Do my bidding. Beat this boss because I probably can't. I think I have this one wearing a set. But I don't think Brainiac's sets are actually all that good. Can't remember. So they kind of dropped the ball on some of the sets and abilities.
Your arrogance cost you Atlantis.
I will wrest it back from you.
You are powerless against me.
Begin.
Well, they're not off to a good start. Not off to a good continue either. I'm surprised that didn't hit him. Wait a sec. Do I have this? Yeah, the Shattered Alliance set. I can't even remember what it does. And actually, yeah, one of his sets I haven't got. He's got a set of 5 that's like Nth Metal or something, I think. And I don't have the full set. Not that that stops you from seeing what it does, because you can still see the set bonuses, but... Jeez. Really should have used that to get some health back. Because this is going to do hardly any damage, you moron. Brain fart. Almost. What the hell? Funny too with Brainiac's equipable abilities is that they're pretty much the bulk of them are moves that the boss version has.
I will prize Atlantis.
By Neptune, I won't yield.
So there's the tendril thing. There's those orbs he can put in the air that shoot. There's the yeah. Instead of the shoulder charge, he gets the slide. I definitely prefer to use that because I think that shoulder charge is his wake up attack. I think. And if the tendril slide is still, I'm not sure if it is invincible on wake up, but that was it just then. If it is, it's much faster than the shoulder charge. It's quite useful. Alright, you suck, Brainiac. No, oh, I didn't want to retry. I actually wanted, I was just trying to skip the thing so I could quit. Damn it. Well, maybe he'll win this one. So he's off to a better start this time. Yeah, the AI in control of Brainiac hardly ever uses his mobility. I forget what the move is called, but it's where he uses the tendrils to sort of leverage himself across the screen. The AI hardly ever uses it. Actually, it doesn't use the dive kick all that much either. It was a funny thing, because when I first started looking at Brainiac and sort of started realizing, oh, this is why people do that dive kick all the time. Because he doesn't have much else. Not that you can really sort of try and initiate combos with. He's got some of the longest reach on normals. They're not terribly fast though. But I think some of his normals are actually the longest reaching normals. And you could have meter burned that and get a bounce and go for an extended combo, but no, you don't. You just don't. That's why I call it the artificial stupidity. Oh, what the hell was that? Yeah, it's like he just whiffed. Yeah, well, yeah, he just whiffed the bounce attack. And you decided to jump over him, and oh, you don't even attempt cross-ups. You're trying to lose, aren't you? Yeah, bouncing around like an idiot. And what was that?
I will prize Atlantis.
What was the role in Adolf?
Feel the ocean's power.
That headpiece I think I equipped for stats, but it really looks quite stupid. Oh, that's the other thing. Brainiac, I mean, he can do some stuff with his character power, but it kinda sucks. Especially since he loses them
Aquaman wins.
on hit, or even on block, I think. Does he lose them on block as well? I don't know, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. He's a decidedly sort of mid-tier character, unfortunately. Like, he's the boss, and he's not the best character in the game. I suppose he's not the boss, is he? Because technically, when you think about it... That'd be up, won't it? Yeah, that's... So, yeah. Different coloured scene is pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. Not exactly the same. Slightly different positioning, I guess. Whatever. Well, that was my crappy short stream. I'm just gonna quit it. I'll open all of these things. Ooh, shaders. I wonder if once you've unlocked all the common shaders, if the shader unlocking multiverses will give you the uncommon ones. Nice, get a free unlock of like a tournament shader or something. Which is another one of those things I find ridiculous. In MKX with the specific costumes that were purchased individually to support the tournament scene, like Blue Steel Sub-Zero, and later it was the Crimson Ermac. I mean, they were sold individually, you could track them. The tournament skins in this, they're not the tournament shaders. They're per character, but because you have to purchase them with a currency, there's no way of tracking how much of the purchases of that currency are actually intended to be going towards the tournament shaders and thus showing support of the tournament scene. It's just microtransactions. It's not a specific, oh yeah, this is a way that you can, you know, all proceeds of this, you know, all proceeds of Blue Steel Sub-Zero, we're going to increase tournament pot bonuses. Whereas an indeterminate amount of money from sale of source crystals will be going to tournament pot bonuses because we can't actually track that sort of thing. I suppose if they, what would they go snooping around your account and your customizations? How many people have unlocked the tournament shader, and for how many characters? Because what does it cost? $5,000 source crystals. Right. Because what do they charge for the damn things? No. No. 2,000 is $1. A US buck. 11,000 for $5. So $5 for 2 tournament shaders. Yeah, $10 for 4. $20 for 10. $50 for 30. $100 for however many you can get with that. I mean, seriously, up yours, Warner Brothers. Six months late with the PC version, and you still want people to pay full price and then pay for extra bloody microtransaction currency things. Yeah. Anyway, rant off, stream off. I'll see whoever is around for whatever thing in future, whenever that happens, because I have no schedule. And I don't play this game much. I play other things, and people watch that. Anyway. Bye now.